What's an unpopular belief that you hold to be true, you believe most others would disagree with?
Wow. That's an awesome question. An unpopular opinion that I believe to be true that most people would disagree with. Yeah, what's coming up for me is definitely probably something that's unpopular, but I believe it to be true, which is I think as human beings we are far more alike than not. I think the reason we're drawn to differences is because we want to believe or buy into our own victimization and hype that society created for us. And I think that if we're really honest with ourselves and we could get to the place where we accept it and believe that the only thing in life is love and fear, and if you're not operating in love or from love, then it's out of fear. And that's where everything else comes from. That's all the stereotypes, all the isms, the sexisms, the classisms, the racisms. And I know that they are real and they do exist, but I also believe a lot of it is embellished, catastrophized, or carried on in our own minds because it feels good to be a victim to something, right? The fact that I'm told that, of course, you would say or think that because you're a white man and you have that privilege. I didn't have any control over how I was born. None of us did. And so it's not about, I'm not going to shame the fact that I was born as a white man, like in this country. And I don't think anyone should. And I don't think anyone should be shamed for being born, how they were born, when they were born, where they were born. But if we can just get to the place where we realize, what is the goal of this? We're only here for a short time. Like we're a blip in this grand universe. We get so distracted by stuff that's emotional without actually having an understanding about it. But if we could just get to a place where we realize what feels good for me, I want to be around people that like are willing to have great conversation, that want the best for themselves and other people around them, and that they just want to die. Like, I think a lot of people, most all people want that. The problem becomes when you turn on TV, media, news, the world around you, and you start to allow this idea of edutainment influence the way you believe. Because here's what I believe, Josh, is that 99% of people, your belief systems are inherited from family, parents, school, society. They're not yours. And so we have so many people that are just shells of a version of the person they were always meant to become. And people are playing way too small because they've tried to fit into a mold that was created for them by somebody else and not for their best interest. And so that was me spewing from the heart, and maybe we'll catch some hate, but I really believe that. I think love is the thing that exists. And if you don't have that, the absence of love is fear. And it really comes down to just simplifying it that way.
Certainly not for me. Double stamp.